Hello everyone, in our today's episode we have prepared a new selection full of incredible, amazing, and sometimes funny cases in sports. You're going to witness epic football moments, beautiful track and field athletes, and tennis that can turn into football. All this is waiting for you in the next few minutes. Enjoy watching. Even despite the incredible will to win, some athletes still have to interrupt the match for good reasons.
If you don't go behind you, you can lose control. Whoops! Oh no! Oh, and it was a good run too. Well, a dog's got to do what a dog's got to.
Well, how else can you explain to the referee that the player imitated a fall in the penalty area? Louis van Gaal's acting skills are definitely amazing. He deserves a red card for such a fall. Judging by the sliding pants, it's easy to guess where the mascot in the yellow cap is hurrying. Let's hope he makes it. While watching the video, only one question arises: how does this runner plan to stop? This racer had a similar problem, although he realized that it was possible to slow down with his knees in time. Yes, I still had to go to the bike path, otherwise it's very inconvenient. How nice it is for the coaches to congratulate their students on winning the finals. Can you gather yourself, guys? There would also be many people wishing to congratulate this athlete, even despite an unsuccessful attempt. Have you ever seen anything like this in volleyball? German national team player Tobias Krick performs an incredible kick. Sometimes it's not so much the pole vault itself that makes the heart of the male audience freeze, as the preparation for it. Gurka Maria Roberta from Italy made a whole show out of it. The blow from a Chinese snooker fan was no less surprising. After 4 ricochets, the ball still rolls into the pocket. Many people will agree that a beautiful athlete can be forgiven for any unsuccessful attempt. Japanese long jumper Yuri Okamura is a vivid confirmation of this. Table tennis competitions are often filled with curious situations. One of them happened to South Korean athletes in a game against the Hong Kong team. An equally curious incident occurred in an NHL game when a hockey goal fell on Phoenix goalkeeper Mike Smith in a game against Florida. Subtle trolling is a great way to mentally break an opponent before a fight. This MMA fighter Kamila Smogaleka knows a lot about it. At the same time, it is still necessary to respect the opponent and not to attack when he is most vulnerable. How can you combine business with pleasure? Here's a life hack for you. And how can one combine something unpleasant with something useless? We have another visual confirmation. This is the case when 10 centimeters to the height would not hurt at all. 26-year-old midfielder Norik Avdalian is blowing up the internet with his goals for the second time in his career. This Armenian did a somersault again and scored a penalty at the same time. Popular upbringing in childhood is not the least important trait of an athlete. His mom, who is watching the match, will definitely be happy. It is so difficult to be both a TikTok star and a swimmer at the same time. It's a pity that it's impossible to record another story. And the striker of the Argentine national team, Ezequiel Ivan Lavezzi, has no time for dancing when he has to save these difficult goals. And defender Adam Foote found himself in a similar situation that was created by his opponent. This is another confirmation that the navigator is an indispensable link in the team of racing drivers. Under his careful guidance, the driver was able to get past difficult sections at high speed and safely get off the track. The French skier Maxence Moussaton managed to keep track and his balance by making a 360-degree turn and continuing the descent. We hope that after the victory, he will dance for the audience like the tennis player celebrating her victory in the final.
She's gonna dance. Woo! Woo!
We all know that Thai boxing is a tough clash between two athletes, but this guy prefers the technique of outfighting. These guys know firsthand what drifting is.
Holds on to it, fires through into outside zone 4. Absolutely insane from Vincent behind him.
I wonder if the rules of lawn tennis provide for such precision in grid design. This guy knows exactly how to attack unexpectedly. But if you can expect such a development in martial arts, then this is definitely something new in football. I bet he had an A in geometry at school. Incredible agility, along with great luck, saved him from a severe fall. This fan was incredibly lucky that there was a guy with Spider-Man reflexes nearby. Perhaps this is the most offensively taken ball in the history of sports. When his parents bought his first bike, they clearly did not know what it would lead to. If you don't know what the worst goalkeeper in the history of football looks like, just watch this video. Cliff jumping is not always a super extreme sport, especially under certain conditions. This guy clearly forgot that one needs to slow down before turning. That's how the finish should feel when you've reached a whole new level of devotion. Football players like to fake injuries, and this guy clearly drew inspiration from the Fight Club movie. Sometimes figure skating can turn into a light breakdance on ice. This guy is able to throw 15 balls in less than 6 seconds. This is what happens when you reach such a level of playing hockey that even your glove can hit the pucks instead of you. After all, for the perfect show, it wasn't enough to land correctly. But this girl didn't even have a good start before the jump. Given the excitement athletes experience before the competition, it can be understood. I have a feeling that the stories about Lightning McQueen are slowly transitioning from the world of animation to cinema. This is the moment when you are not only a pincher, but also a catcher. And judging by her expression, she is not happy that she has taken on too many responsibilities in the team. She was incredibly lucky that the rules of baseball demand a closed helmet. The most unexpected and quickest victory in wrestling, and don't even lie that you don't want to see the same approach in women's MMA. Now you know more about how fans outplay their idols. Tennis player Emma Raducanu allowed the spectator to play a game with her, but she was defeated almost immediately. And that's why athletics is called the Queen of Sports. This is what happens when the opponent gets under your feet. In snooker, 7 penalty points are awarded for a scored black ball, but look how incredible this blow turned out to be. It is not known whether the mascots of the team are fined, but their support is sometimes simply necessary for the athletes. At the same time, others can do without support. The main thing is to have the right soundtrack. It may seem that the match has already been lost, but a player of the local team puts the game into overtime with an incredible throw. One of the best football life hacks: just hide behind the goal. The world of athletics is definitely for her. At the same time, with such a vestibular apparatus, she will never become an astronaut. Sometimes in sports, when running forward, people have to look back, contrary to logic. This is the moment when the audience rejoiced at her success too early. Respect often starts with a handshake in sports. In the beginning, such a high five can be enough. The world of baseball would be even more exciting if the pitches were always like this. By the way, I wonder where she got such stretched jeans from. Female jiu-jitsu can sometimes show a little more than you expect to see. American tennis player Coco Vandeweghe decided to bring down all her negative emotions from the game right on her own racket. After a spectacularly scored penalty, the guy decided to propose to his girlfriend, but security almost ruined everything. And after that, who can say that cheerleading is not an art? It looks like this guy is supposed to conduct motivational training. If you still don't know what a four-legged friend is for, then remember that it can play volleyball with you. The timing of the performance and the beauty of this goal should go down in the history of world football. And this is a typical situation. You can't relax ahead of time. The opponent never sleeps. Have you bought new sneakers at the market? Well, run to the store to buy proper ones.
My word, well, we just said about the sliding.
It is difficult to understand the logic of this exercise, but it is still better to practice with a personal trainer. It seems that all newbies in the gym have the same problems. They prefer exercises that can't be explained. The support of fans is extremely necessary for athletes. It's especially cool when it happens spontaneously. Agility competitions are always filled with funny moments, but even the cunning of the owner did not help the dog to reach the required time.
Oh, running and staying clean. That was amazing. Get to the outside. Push. Get over there. Oh, my goodness. You're fine. You're fine. Just get to the backside. You're fine. Oh.
Diving from a 10-meter tower is a celebration of beauty, grace, and aesthetics. No one will be left indifferent to the performances of Italian athlete Irina Pese. What a fascinating night! The long jump competitions caused no less awe among the fans. During the short pauses between attempts, the operators managed to choose the most successful angles and touch the hearts of fans. And now we have another vivid example of the fact that celebrating a victory ahead of time is not worth it. Skill always plays a key role in winning, and the skill of these guys is only to be envied. The ability to perform the most difficult figure in the air and give a high five to a colleague is truly aerobatics. It is a real art to delicately drive an exotic bird off the head of one of the football players. Many people love football for such epic moments. Even watching them is a pleasure. MMA fighters staged a crazy duel filled with spectacular techniques. Their fans were thrilled. The players staged an interesting show on the field right during the crucial match. You can witness different collisions on the playing field. The trick was really difficult, and unfortunately, it cost the athlete a well-deserved first place in the race this time. Excellent ball possession is one of the main conditions to become a professional football player, and this guy was lucky. He improved his technique to the highest level. This is the case when it was necessary to make one of the simplest jumps and enter the water without splashing, but things didn't go as planned. As they say, a bad experience is also an experience. Well, next time he'll try to perform his signature jump even better. It seems that someone here would clearly need additional protection for his intimate places. During the break of the match, he had to hit the ball into the ring. However, all he managed was to knock down a poor cheerleader. What an unlucky girl. And here's a good example of how things can change at the last moment if your opponent doesn't play by the rules. In my opinion, someone here has overestimated their own strength too much. And in fact, the result is obvious. Competition is undoubtedly a good thing, but humanity and true friendship are above all. It was a perfect jump. What a great way to move simultaneously. Bravo! These players did a great job, as a result of which the ball ended up in the opponent's goal. They trained so much for such a result. Oops. In this case, it was necessary to lay at least some kind of mat under their feet. Otherwise, they can easily damage their legs and arms. If you don't have good coordination and strength in your body, it's better not to even look at such sports equipment. And if you have, everyone will look at you with admiration. One of the runners suddenly decided that he no longer wanted to jump over an obstacle. Why would he be like everyone else? This judge showed everyone his ability to get into the splits, which surprised not only the players of both teams, but also many fans. I think the judge himself was shocked when he saw the phone fall right out under his feet. It was somehow irresponsible of one of the boxers. In order to get the coveted points in fencing, you need to choose the right strategy, and this athlete knew exactly what he needed to do to win. Lap racing is probably something completely new in motorsport. The main thing is not to damage your flesh. By having such cool reflexes and excellent football skills, the ball was clearly not destined to hit the goal. What an excellent jump! It was a great job and a new world record. It is going to be a strange moment, yet quite spectacular. In order not to seem like a complete loser in the fight, the boxer decided to do push-ups after he was knocked down. The following video is a real example of how strong a woman can be. I bet that many men would be afraid to compete with her strength. At the 2015 World Championships, the athlete overestimated her abilities and her whole performance was ruined. I think the girl was very upset, and it's understandable why. The footballer did not understand how she contributed to the ball hitting the goal. It was pure luck. The athlete easily tricked the opponent in the game while demonstrating her football skills to everyone. It seems that the deer also wanted to be a part of the bike ride. It just didn't calculate its strength a little when it tried to become one of them. Everyone reacts differently to their own defeat, but there is nothing wrong with that. But it's better to watch carefully so that no one is nearby. Would you say it looked spectacular? That's not the right word. The proper one is bravo. It seems that one of the players did not really believe in his victory, but his fate had other plans. As soon as the coach turned away for a second, she immediately made a mistake when performing the element and fell down. What a failure! But it was fun.